pleasure and abundance are hand in hand? What do you feel? What is your answer for this question? When I started to think about this topic, or it just came into my mind, and I was thinking, oh my God, I could speak about this topic for hours and hours. And my answer is absolutely yes. And I have so many stories just came into my mind, and also what happened with me around abundance, and also how when I was in a kind of like I was thinking in small. I felt I was not enough good. I don't deserve it, and I didn't allow pleasure for myself. So first, what is pleasure mean to you? When do you feel the pleasure in your body, in your life? And what is your first sentence or feeling when I'm saying abundance? And what abundance mean to you? And in both cases, we could have a lot of limited beliefs. We learned something in our childhood around pleasure. As women, I was raised in a Christian family, so pleasure was absolutely not allowed for women. It was absolutely a taboo. A woman couldn't have a pleasure. Pleasure is for men. So I had a lot of limited beliefs around, and teachings and patterns around how pleasure could be a part of my life. And the other thing is abundance. I grew up in a small town in Hungary, and I just remember I was just listening voice record when I was just sharing with my coaching sisters. Then I remember in the 80s, sometimes we didn't have bread, and we were just in a queue, and we were just praying to have bread for the weekend. And now I'm living in an amazing abundance, even though my parents stayed in this kind of like playing small kind of belief system. But I was working hard, of course, to step out from these limited beliefs, and I created an amazing, abundant life. And also, it could be also limited when we are thinking about abundance only just financial abundance, because we can create so much, and not just by money, or not just what can be created by money. Also emotional abundance, or creative abundance, and anything of feeling in our body, sensing in our body can be also created abundance. Or also mentally, we have a lot of creational abundance. So it's like mentally, physically, emotionally, intellectually. So try to kind of like stretching and coming out from the comfort zone to facing with your limited beliefs around pleasure and abundance separately, and then looking, and as we are at the beginning of the year, looking at what you would like to feel as a pleasure in your life, also in your body, in your relationship with yourself, and everything, any kind of things, what you are doing to feel pleasure, even your work, your house chores, your playing with your kids, with your spending time, content time with your partner, with your parents, with your friends. And this is also can be part of the pleasure, and also part of the abundance, how abundant everyday life you can create for yourself. And that's why it's very important to change our belief systems and belief patterns around pleasure and abundance. And also, if we are thinking about not only the private life, but business, our work, our pleasure time, when or holiday. So when we are just or a me time, when we are spending time with different things and with different environment. So let's make a connection, let's make a clearing, and then separately finding the way how we can, what we want to create in our life, and then find a connection between pleasure and abundance. Because if we feel pleasure in something, it will create abundance. And also there is a different direction. If we feel abundance in our life, we can create much more pleasure in our life. And then I will continue this topic, because there are a lot of angles, and also there are a lot of other connected things. For example, excuses, how we can find excuses not to feel a pleasure and abundance. So tomorrow I will come with the topic of excuses. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm really curious what you could find in your life around pleasure and abundance.